In order to understand and measure which keywords and campaigns generate leads in Google Ads, you need to track conversions. Google Ads has a very simple way to track conversions, and in this video, I will show you how to set this up with Unbounce. Although I'm using Unbounce here, the same principle can be applied to any content management system like WordPress or any other landing page builder tool. Let's get started. Depending on your goal, you need to set up a conversion. In this example, our goal is to generate a lead, which basically means a visitor coming to the landing page, filling out the form, and then hitting the thank you page. So let's define a new conversion. Click the spanner icon, Tools, Measurement, and Conversions. Click the plus button here. Next up, click Website. In the category, choose Submit Lead Form. Give it a name that will help you distinguish, and in this example, I called it Discovery Call Conversions. For value, you can set it to the first option and set a simple value of $1 or £1. For the rest of the settings, I usually leave them as is. Once you made these changes, click Create and Continue. Next up, click the first option which says Install the tag yourself. You will notice there's two script blocks here. The first one is the global site tag, and this site tag helps Google keep a track of who visited your website or landing pages. So we will need to apply this on all the pages. The second snippet is the conversion tracker. This snippet only triggers when the visitor fills out the form on the website and visits the thank you page. We will shortly copy this script over to our thank you page, so copy these snippets in a notepad and let's head over to Unbounce. Now let's set up the global tracking code in Unbounce so we can apply it on all of our landing pages. Log into Unbounce and head over to Settings, and then click on Script Manager, and here click Add a Script button. Now choose Custom Script and name it Google Ads Global Script. Now on this screen, you need to first select the placement as head and then choose all for included on, as we want the script to load on all pages. Copy the global script from the notepad and paste it here. Apply the script to your domain. In this example, I'm using my own domain, waseembashir.com. Click Done, save, and publish the page to apply the changes. So far, we've installed the first script across all pages, so Google Ads can keep a track of visitors across the domain. Now we need to set up the conversion script on the thank you page. Head over to your thank you page and click Edit. In the menu below, click JavaScript and click Add New Script. Now here, choose a script name, for example, Google Ads conversion code, and choose after body tag as placement. And then paste the second script from your notepad and click Done. Save and publish the page to apply these changes. That should do it, guys. You should now be able to see conversions in your Google Ads account. In case you don't see any conversions in your Google Ads, then you can use Google Tag Assistant to verify if the scripts are in the right place. To debug, go to tagassistant.google.com. Click Add Domain, paste the URL of your landing page. When you click Start, it will open the page in a new tab. Head over to the other tab which should say Tag Assistant Connected. Here, click Continue, and now you should be able to verify if your Google Ads script is fired on page load. You can repeat this process for the thank you page, and on your thank you page, you should be able to see two scripts fired. Please ignore the other tags which you see here, as I'm tracking quite a lot of stuff on the thank you page. There could be a scenario where even if you have set up the Google global script and the Google conversion script properly as per the steps I described, you won't still see results in Google Ads. And the problem is the way Unbounce loads the scripts. The order of how Unbounce loads the scripts defines when these scripts will be triggered. To understand the concept a bit more, let's dive into it. Let's recap what we did. We installed the global script across all our domain, which means it tells Google about the user who's visited the page, and then we set up the conversion code on the thank you page. But the only difference I kind of did, which I didn't tell you about, is that I actually didn't put it in the head section of the page. So I deliberately choose after body tag, which is kind of against what Google says. If you look at the documentation, Google says to put the thank you script between the head section or the head tags of the page. The reason is, why did I do that? If you look at the documentation which Unbounce provides in terms of what gets run on your page or through all of your pages, you will notice the variant scripts are run first before the global scripts, which basically means if I put both of the scripts in the head tag, the variant script will have more precedence over the global script, which meant the thank you page script would have run first before the actual global script or the main pixel script. So in order to avoid that, I put the thank you script in the placement of after body tag, which solved that problem. But it seems like it created another problem where sometimes it creates a conflict and we don't see any conversions. In order to avoid all of this, what you could do is simply paste the global script as part of your thank you script. Let me explain. So here's how you would solve it. Instead of using Unbounce's script manager, you will actually install the global site tag directly to the variant page. Just like before, you would just simply go to the page, add a JavaScript, and add the script in the head section of the page. So everything's fine here. The other change which is important is on the thank you page. So instead of just adding the event snippet, now you're adding both the global site tag and the event snippet to the thank you page. And notice here now, you're saying the placement should be head. So that way it loads both of these snippets at the same time. So although there's a caveat that we'll have to do this for every page rather than applying the script on the domain, but in order to see conversions, this is the only solution I've found so far after speaking to Unbounce. Hopefully, after looking at both of these solutions, you should be able to see and view conversions in your Google Ad account. I hope that works for you and lets you view conversion data in your Google Ad account. If you found this video useful, please like this video by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.